On this episode of How to Do Florida, Chad's taking a road trip from coast to coast on a mean haul with Harley-Davidson blogger Glenn Traveling Gringo Abbott.
Let's do it.
Ha! Road trip. They'll be chasing the sun across the Sunshine State. Then Chef Justin builds an old New Orleans favorite, Florida style.
Today we're putting a Florida twist on a New Orleans style classic.
Oh yes he did. It's the Florida Muffalata, and Mr. Chef Justin right here is gonna take us there.
Woo-wee! So gas up those choppers and remember to keep the dirty side down and the shiny side up. We're revving up for a special edition of How to Do Florida, Coast to Coast.
Today on the show, we're gonna show you how to do motorcycling from coast to coast.
Florida is a state that is framed by the sun, from the sun rising over the Atlantic to the sun setting over the Gulf. These epic scenes are an iconic part of Florida's backdrop. Today, we set out on a journey to travel Florida from coast to coast. Our adventure begins at sunrise on Flagler Beach. From there, we head west. Along the way, we'll be stopping at as many roadside oddities as possible, with the goal of making it into Cedar Key to watch the sunset.
Let's do it.
Ha! Road trip!
Did I mention we would be taking this adventure on a Harley-Davidson? And to make things more interesting, this would be my first experience riding a motorcycle, but more on that later. What's important is this would be another checked off item on my Do Florida list. My riding partner and architect for our trip is Glenn Abbott, or Traveling Gringo as he's better known as. Glenn's job is to travel the country on a Harley-Davidson and blog about his adventures. Glenn has plotted out and packed our journey with all roadside Florida has to offer. After a quick ride along beautiful A1A, we pointed our bikes west as we headed toward the small town of Barberville. Glenn's first stop, the Indian River Fruit Stand.
What do you think of this place, Chad?
Oh my gosh.
We got a big dinosaur section. We got chickens. We got all kinds of yard art down there. We got fruits and vegetables. I see pottery. Man, I don't know where to go. Well, this is one of the great things about a motorcycle trip, right?
On a bike trip, it's really about the journey, not so much the destination.
Look at this, man.
Yeah, you and I think alike. That caught my eye, too.
This is a major award. Look at this.
Everybody needs a Statue of Liberty, right?
I think I got a bathroom. All these fountains. And we hit the exotic wildlife section right here.
Yeah.
This place is endless. What I want to know is, like, how do you get this stuff home? Like, I'll take this. Goodness gracious, look at this thing.
Well, we do deliver.
Oh, you do
and
deliver?
Some of them bring
Thank
trailers.
goodness.
We've been here 22 years.
Yeah,
so
but have you had some old lady come in here and buy a big chicken and want to strap it to her
it happens
roof?
all the time. I had a lady coming here buying 3 chickens.
Now I gotta have one of these. How much is this?
Those are $95.
$95?
Just $95.
Just $95.
Yes, sir.
This guy's good.
Hacha! Hacha! Please, sir, get up on my rooster, please.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
I'm just mounting. You think I can climb to the top of that? Is there an entry point?
Is Carlos watching?
It says no climbing on the animals. It didn't say anything about dinosaurs.
Oh, okay. You got a point there.
Oranges, Glenn.
You need them.
Gotta have
We
oranges.
need them.
So I just need help getting it on the bike here.
Where are you going to put it?
Well, I've got cargo, I've got saddlebags here and all kinds of stuff, so I just need some bungees. Do you do custom mountings?
Not really.
Well, I think, this can go here. Yeah, this can go here. Yeah, Glenn, this will ride.
I'm a little worried about your aerodynamics here.
I'll be fine.
Glenn was right, so I opted to ship the big stuff, but the oranges, they would ride with me. So it was back on the road as we continued our trip. Up front, I mentioned this was my first time on a motorcycle, and believe me, there's no way I could have pulled this off without first taking a motorcycle safety course. And that's step 1. In Florida, all new riders have to take a safety course to receive a motorcycle endorsement on their driver's license.
Who's never ridden before?
And no one does a better job of training motorcyclists for the rigors of today's distracted car drivers like Harley-Davidson. The course can be taken over a week and is a mix of classroom learning and road course training. It's designed to be an overview of what beginners need to know before safely hitting the open road.
Since there are 2 things that will result in stopping your test with an unsuccessful score: an intentional unsafe act, falling, or dropping the motorcycle.
They don't like when you drop the bike.
Squeeze it in.
Squeeze and ease.
It was time for the final obstacle between me and the open road, the road course exam, which consists of a series of turns, figure eights, and controlled maneuvers between these teeny little cones.
What you think? Good?
Good, man.
Am I ready?
You are ready. Go play.
Ready for the road.
From boots to brakes, this course covers it all, and I highly recommend it.
You don't realize these motorcyclists have to be super hyper dialed in to the traffic and to the world around them. And I think this course is going to make me, if anything, a better car driver.
Step 2, get your gear. So with my motorcycle endorsed license still warm, it was off to gear up for the trip. Before this course, you would have never caught me in a Harley-Davidson store. But after my short stint on the road course, I could feel myself starting to get the fever.
Hey, cool thing about taking the class is while you're here, everything in the shop is 10% off. Pretty cool. And you get a free Harley-Davidson rental. Now this is a bad fanny boot. Check that sucker out. I don't know what this hook is for. What is this, to hold you on the bike or something?
The design.
Just design.
Yeah.
Not
just
practical.
like a
This is a cool boot right here. Look at that.
design around.
Skull.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but that's a friendly skull, right? This is a bad helmet.
Sparkly silver.
Everybody will see me coming. This is Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Knight Rider.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for something that looks cool, that's gonna protect me
Okay.
if I fall, but breathes. Look at that, man. That's a pretty cool design. Look at that.
Yeah, that one's cool. I like that one. It's got the eagle on the back.
That's bad.
I ask you, is it possible to fall in love with a leather jacket?
Oh, man.
Yes, it is.
Ha! Geared up, ready to ride. Pouch right here for drinks. And what do you put in here, Michelle?
Drinks.
I should get these boots, right? I'm having buyer's remorse.
Step 3, rent a hog.
Chad, I'll need your license, please.
If you want to rent a motorcycle, you need an endorsement, right, Michelle? I'm an organ donor too there. Do I get a discount for that?
All right, Chad, here's your new ride.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Drew, that is beautiful.
It's a 2012 Heritage Softail. It's got the brand new 103 cubic inch motor with the
Got to be
6-speed
kidding me.
transmission.
It's just beautiful, Drew. I feel like saluting. Is that weird?
No,
I'm
definitely not.
gonna stand at salute. Have some respect, Drew. 1, 2, 3, snap it.
The boots, the glasses, the helmet, the gloves, it finally all came together, Easy Rider style. Yes, I do look awesome. Well, every trip needs a little historical perspective. For that, we stopped at the Ponce de Leon Springs State Park, which is named after the man who led the first European expedition to Florida, and would later name our state La Florida, after the abundance of flowers he encountered.
What do you think so far, Chad?
I tell you what, absolutely spectacular. Really, really enjoying this, Glenn. I mean, when we went through the wildflowers, you smell the wildflowers.
Exactly.
Wow,
Exactly.
it's just gorgeous.
That's part of the attraction of being out on a motorcycle is just being out in nature.
Well, then the view, to be able to see 180 degrees like that and just to take it all in.
Yeah.
And you know, we went down roads today that I know I've been down 100 times, but being on that motorcycle, it was like the first time going down that road. Like I saw it, like I've never seen it before.
There's just a real variety of places to ride in Florida. You never get tired of riding here.
Still to come, Chef Justin fixes up a meal to get jazzed about. The muffaletta, Florida style.
Look at the layering on that.
But up next, Chad and Glenn try to find some local eats while trying to strong-arm the locals.
Oh, come on, Larry, give me something.
When How to Do Florida returns.
So Glenn, what's next?
Well, next we've got lunch, riding through the Ocala National Forest and stopping for some whoopie pies.
Whoopie pie.
Whoopie pies.
So after cooling off in the Fountain of Youth, it was time to get back on the bikes as we headed down State Road 40. Our next stop would be the Cabin Pub.
This is my first biker bar. What happens if we get in a fight in here, Glenn?
I'll be right behind you.
Glenn's got my back.
I was anxious to try out my new look to see if I could pass as a real biker. I wanted the full experience. A smoke-filled bar, a game of pool,
Glad I didn't put any money down on this.
some light arm wrestling,
Larry's taking me down.
strange looks. Yes, the lone wolf has been accepted by the pack. I'm in. And I'm out.
You gotta be kidding me. What the?
Note to self, don't ask where the karaoke machine is in a biker bar.
At least I got my jacket. Let's get the heck out of here.
After being politely removed from the premises, we headed down the road to get something to eat at Lena's Seafood. home of the giant whaler.
Oh my gosh. Look at that.
Large mound of fried goodness. Chef Justin, eat your heart out, buddy.
While Glenn and I feed our face with fried everything, Chef Justin's got a recipe straight from the Big Easy, with a Florida twist, of course. Check this out.
Today we're putting a Florida twist on a New Orleans style classic.
Oh, yes, he did. It's the Florida Muffalata, and Mr. Chef Justin right here, he's gonna take us there. So, Chef Justin, we're taking an iconic New Orleans sandwich, the Muffalata, and we're turning it Florida.
That's right, Chad. We are gonna make this sandwich with Florida ingredients. You're gonna love it. So first I got my bowl here. We got a little green olives here, Spanish Queens going in, our Calmata olives.
Get an eyeful of that.
These are some nice chopped up pepperoncini peppers, really gonna give it a little bite and acidity. Some green onions or scallions going in, a little bit of flat leaf parsley, a little crushed red pepper because I like it spicy. Capers, these are also gonna give it a little acidic, little zinginess. And of course, some slivered garlic. Some like a little more, some like a little less.
Wow.
I like a lot.
That's a lot of garlic.
Of course, we got a little good quality olive oil.
I'll swing here.
You give it a stir, and a little red wine vinegar. And now that this is all done, it's time to really make this Florida style with our fresh vegetables. So
I'm glad to hear you're not just gonna squeeze an orange in there.
No,
I was wondering
no,
how that was gonna
we
work.
can't do that. We got diced Florida cucumber, small diced Florida carrot, Florida celery.
Well, this is really gonna give it a crunch, isn't
It
it?
is. And some Florida peppers that have been roasted and peeled.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get those in there. It's time to start assembling our sandwiches.
Let's build. The foundation of every good sandwich
Absolutely.
starts with good bread.
And I'm gonna bring over the platter of meats and cheeses. Now what we have here is we have salami, mortadella,
Look at that. Look at
hot capicola, little provolone, and mozzarella. Let's start with cheese first, a little on the bottom.
Okay.
There you go, you got the mozzarella. Now we'll go with our relish. So I'm gonna help you out here, Chad.
Nice.
And get this one coated. Okay. Now that we've got one layer of relish on, now we can start working with our meat.
Meats.
So let's grab some meat and layer that on. I'm going with the hot capicola here.
So we're doing kind of a layer thing here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, flavor comes in layers.
Flavor comes in layers.
Oftentimes.
Sandwich is getting some
It's
weight.
got some weight.
About a 2-pounder already.
Before we put our last layer of cheese on, we want to go ahead and put one more layer of relish on here.
Another layer.
Yes, sir. So last layer of cheese on top.
Another layer. Oh man, I love it.
Cheese on the top and bottom is going to help to seal it in. Now let's top it. Mr. Oven Boy.
Oven boy, I'm
There
off.
it goes. 375-degree oven, about 5 to 7 minutes. We
Coming
just
up.
kind of want it heated through.
Hot.
We don't want to make it super
Oven's
hot.
hot, chef.
It's hot.
Oven's hot.
It's preheated, this guy.
Coming in hot.
Yes.
Woo!
Okay, beautiful.
Look at that go right there.
I love it.
Look at that thing. It looks like it's like a vessel.
Okay, now just for fun, I made a couple of little skewers. And this is going to give a nice decor to your sandwich, make it look beautiful.
Oh, that's cool.
This is also going to help keep the sandwich together because it's going to want to fall apart.
Wow. Look at the layering on that. Pretty cool, right?
Serve it with a little bit of our nicely dressed greens here.
That's got to be 1, 2. That's got to be like a 5-inch bite there. I'm going to struggle with that, chef. I don't know about you.
For more recipes like this, go to howtodoflorida.com.
Up next, Chad learns about making whoopies.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm in a froth here to try whoopie pies.
And then the guys race to catch the sunset in beautiful Cedar Key when How to Do Florida returns.
I've been through the Ocala National Forest many times, but driving through it on a motorcycle was like experiencing it for the very first time. What a ride. The wind in my face, the openness of the road, I'm starting to get why so many are addicted to this lifestyle. They call it freedom, and I tell you what, I'm starting to get it. One of the most picturesque roads we traveled was on State Road 326. They call this a ribbon road, and it is covered with Florida wildflowers and beautiful horse ranches. One piece of technology that proved to be very helpful was our two-way communicators. Using Bluetooth, we could discuss the trip and make decisions as we rode. Glenn was keeping our next stop on the down low. so I was dying to find out what he had in store.
You ready to try something a little different here, Chad?
I am.
We're gonna try some whoopie pies.
Whoopie. Whoopie Town, here we come.
Well, hello there.
Hello, nice
How are you
to
doing?
see you. I'm doing good.
Great to see you, Jane.
Nice to see you.
Jane, I'd like to introduce my friend Chad.
Hello. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Chad
you.
is here to try and learn about whoopie pies.
Okay.
Chad, it looks like it's whoopie time. Thank you.
Wow. One of these, 2 of these, 6 of these. You know, this is Sweet Jane's, and they call it Sweet Jane's for a reason. This place is surrounded with sweets. So, Miss Whoopi, how many whoopie pies have you sold?
I've sold 45,635 whoopie pies.
You gotta be kidding
and
me.
that's since October 20th, 2008.
Whoopie Gold, Whoopie Cushion. Pretty much all of your whoopie needs are right here. Okay, that's enough whoopie. It's time to focus. So with our sugar rush still kicking, we jumped back on 326 and headed towards State Road 19. We were behind schedule, but we couldn't resist the heavy aroma of smoked mullet. So we stopped in at Herschel's to check it out.
Hey, we're here at Herschel's off State Road 19, and this place has got some stuff. Check this out. Bait, fresh smoked mullet dip, breakfast, lunch, ice cream, cold beer, worms. And if that ain't enough, corn. So Glenn, for someone like myself who, you know, last week I took the motorcycle safety course. Here I am on a Harley Davidson, riding down the road, just loving it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's something anybody can learn to do.
Yeah.
And I think you did it the right way. You took the course, you're really well prepared for it. And I think it's all about preparation and safety and just being alert and being aware to your surroundings.
And I have a whole new appreciation for bikers. You know, I think when you're not a biker, you just don't get it.
Exactly. I think some people are maybe intimidated by bikers, and I think some bikers may enjoy the stereotype of that. But I think bikers run the gamut of society. I mean, you've got everything.
How are we doing on time?
Well, it's 7:15. We've got about 25 miles, so I think we better hit it.
Sun drops at what, 7:45?
7:45. Yep, let's
go.
So we left Herschel's at 7:25, and the sun sets at 7:45, and we still had 25 miles to go. Our final road will be State Road 24, which fires you straight into Cedar Key. As we roared down the road, I could see the sun dropping like a lead balloon over the pine forest. I was getting nervous. We had mistimed our trip. We whipped through downtown Cedar Key, heading toward our sunset spot, and there it was. Mission accomplished.
Ha! We made
There
it.
it is, sir. We
This
did
is
it.
it, dude.
We did it.
Cedar Key.
This morning we saw it come up at Flagler Beach. Now we're watching it go to bed on Cedar Key.
From beautiful A1A to Big Chickens to my first and last biker bar to beautiful Cedar Key, I've got to say, seeing Florida from a motorcycle is one of the best ways to see and do Florida.
We made it. We made it.
We certainly did.
From a motorcycle's perspective, it's true what they say. The joy is in the journey. Well, that's our show. I hope you've learned something, but more importantly, I hope you feel encouraged to get out and do Florida.
For more info on this episode, go to howtodoflorida.com, where you can watch full episodes, bonus material, and all of Chef Justin's yummy recipes. Be sure to check out our Do Florida page, which is our giant list of events and activities all over the Sunshine State. Yeah, you should check it out.
I know you're a big fan of the color orange. I think this will be kind of appropriate to your riding style.
I'm supposed to go down the road with this.
Yeah, yeah.
Just don't drive behind me. You might yank me off the bike.
How
long does it take to get your rear end used to long distances?
Michelle, where's the catwalk button? Wear a leather jacket in summer in Florida. You need one of these. And for the guy like this to follow you around. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right there. Oh, yeah, perfect. Yes.